And okay, let me adjust this. Sorry for that technical itch. All right, so we can start now properly. So good evening once again. And this presentation is being presented to people in different parts of the world this evening. And yes, let me start. Last week, I was just showing you or presenting various causes of toxins. And as I mentioned before, we live in a toxic world where we are ingesting a lot of toxin, which if not taken care of can end up in presenting various medical challenges. So remember last week, just a quick recap, we're talking about environmental pollution, we're talking about the effect of genetically modification, we're talking about effect of all those things they use on the farms, like glyphosate, they're spraying as weed killers. We're talking about chemicals present in the food we eat, chemicals present in the water we drink. So many different types of toxins we're talking about last week, including the type of fish we're eating nowadays, all those Frankenstein type of fruits we're ingesting, which are known, if we are not taking care of them to get rid of them from our system, they are known to cause a lot of damages, precisely. So today, I'm going to be presenting, as you can see on the slide here, I'm going to be presenting you with something special from Forever Living Products, which we can now use, a special program designed by Forever Living Products, which we can now use to help us to get rid of those toxins. Some of them we take them unknowingly, and those that we through the food we consume, those we are already taking. So this type of program will help us to make sure to detox those toxins from our system so that we don't become a candidate for all those different chronic diseases. So this is what I'm going to be training you on today. So the aim of all this getting rid of all these toxins is to optimize our immune system. Very, very important in order to achieve optimum health. Very, very important. So I'm going to start on this. Okay. And talking about detoxification, this just is my introduction before, because some of you maybe just want quickly to give you the meat on the plate. I don't do that. I always try to introduce, to give you a bit of introduction to what the topic I'm going to be talking about, to give you better understanding. So I'm not going to go straight and give you on the plate about the program I've been talking about, which is the C9. So before I get to that, let me just give you a quick, small explanation about the effect of detoxification in our system. And as you can see on the slide, detoxification is nothing new. It's been known, it's been practiced for many, many centuries. And as you can see, people have been detoxified since ancient time. The method may have changed in most cases, but getting rid of your body's toxin is nothing new at all. Like we have many religions using fasting, or they call it purification practice. Like the Muslims, they go through this certain time of the year where they actually go into fasting. So which is a form of detoxification, to get rid of all those things that may have a terrible effect on our system. And this has been known, basically is nothing new, it's been known for thousands of years. And long before the 20th century, doctors, they used to use various methods for detoxification. And maybe some of you have heard about lychees. Those are blood suckers. They used to put them on to help with the intention that it's going to help to cleanse the blood. They used to use enema, which is enemas. They still use it now. And, you get some. I don't even see those clinics anymore. Maybe because I don't take keen interest in them, because we have a better system. In Nairobi some years ago, there were many clinics opening up. They call them hydrotherapy clinics, or colonic irrigation clinics, where they were using a form of enemas. Okay, so that's another form of detoxification. And so in a way, some people nowadays, another form of detoxification, which is this is in the world of nutrition, this is very, very prominent. They call it intermittent fasting. So it's also a form of detoxification to give the body a rest. So maybe you have about 16 hours where you don't eat. So you can drink water. It's a form of purification. It's a form of detoxifying the system, allow the body to heal itself, to do it. So it's not all the time you're eating, not giving the rest to the digestive system. So it's intermittent fasting can also be classified according to the latest information as a form of detoxification. Obviously, some people, they practice just taking water in between. So that's the first slide. And okay. All right. Now, let's look at another small topic here. Many people, this is the way you can actually test whether somebody is really, really heavily loaded with toxins. These are the questions I normally ask. These are called detoxification check. Now, this is what you can see there on the slide. It said anybody suffering from any of the following points. It shows their system is loaded with a lot of toxins. You find some people, they're sweaty, they have strong, terrible body odor. You can't stand them. Those type of people, what the body is saying to them, which some of them they don't notice because they're used to it. Until other people start complaining, say, "Hi, guy, something's wrong. You really need to sort yourself out." So they have this heavy, they're sweaty, strong odor, body odor, terrible. It just means that they are loaded. The system is loaded with a lot of toxins. And many people, some people, they suffer from joint and muscle aches everywhere. They may think maybe it's a form of arthritis. And in most cases, it's because the body is loaded with a lot of toxins. And you find some people, they have very sluggish metabolism and find it very hard to lose weight. And again, or some of them, they're underweight and find it very hard to gain weight. So it means there's something blocking the system. What is maybe responsible is toxin that's blocking the system. That's why they're not able to lose weight. That's why they're also unable to gain weight. Obviously, if your body is really, really full of toxins, you find that you cannot absorb any nutrients. You may be eating, but you are not absorbing because those toxins are blocking. They are blocking the system. And I would say they cannot lose weight also because they're heavily, the body is full of toxins. And some people, they feel really bloated. They don't feel good. They suffer from all sorts of aches and pains. They suffer from nausea. They feel like vomiting. The body is actually talking to them. Some of them, sometimes they don't even listen to the system. That is because of toxin. That's why they're having this type of symptoms. And you find some people, they have this bitter taste in the mouth. And you can say if you ask them to expose their tongue, you find it's full of sort of whitish deposit. It's because the system is full of toxins. We move on. And there's some people, they suffer from all sorts of allergies. It's not because of pollen allergies. This is different. It's because of toxin. You find the eyes are always itchy, swollen, sometimes sticky eyelids and reddish. And you find sometimes you see some people, they have what are called bags or dark circles under the eyes. These are because of a lot of toxin deposited in the system that they are not able to get rid of. And some people, they say, oh, they have a migraine. If somebody is complaining of headaches all the time, migraine, not only checking the food they eat, they may be allergic to. Also, it may be due to the body telling that they really need to detoxify the system. Itchy ears, earache. Sometimes they may have a ringing in the ears called tinnitus. It may be due to that toxin within that part of the body. And also various catalog of infection, which is also causing the system to be very, very toxic. we're talking about sinus problems. That's sinusitis, where there's a blockage in the nostrils. Also, in most cases, you find it's because the system or that part of the body is loaded with a lot of toxins. Now we're talking about acne. Acne, I mentioned last week, could be due to blockage in the skin. Obviously, if the skin is toxic, it's going to come up in form of acne. All those bubbles, the skin is really, really in trouble. And again, as you can see there, also allergy, maybe as a form of rashes or hives. So the body is actually talking to you. This is why it's very, very important. We need to always listen to our bodies. We need to, because if we don't, it can end up being, it can become, instead of being acute, it can become a chronic symptoms. Very, very important. And another, and especially with women, you find that the system is inability to detox can also cause imbalance in the hormones. We find that because of this imbalance in the hormones, they may result in a problem with associated with reproductive health. Basically, I'm talking about inability to conceive because the hormones is imbalanced. So that could be due to a lot of toxin within the system. And you can see there, we call them autoimmune diseases. You can see that's also could be due to a lot of toxin present in the system. When I mean autoimmune disease, is when the body is actually fighting against itself. The body is seeing itself as its own enemy. Like we're talking about the case of rheumatoid arthritis or multiple sclerosis. Maybe you've heard about Hashimoto, which is to do with a problem within the thyroid gland. So this could also stem from the fact that the body is heavily laden with a lot of toxins at cellular levels. Some people also, they go through depression, low energy. They're always constantly, suffering from fatigue. And this is the time people like that, they need to check whether they need to detox the system. So there are various sort of medical challenges because the body is heavily loaded with toxins. So now this is the time when people are going through all this, we always tell them, advise them that if we advise them, they really need to look seriously into a system where they need to get rid of those toxins, which is causing various medical challenges. So this is what you can see on the slide, time to detox. So these are the tips for detoxification. And so it's very, very important to reduce environmental toxins, which you mentioned last week, and eat in abundance. When we're talking eat in abundance, not just skuma or ugali all the time, you need to eat a lot of fruit, berries, all those colorful fruits. They are very, very important because they are known to contain what you call antioxidants, which is very, very effective in terms of cellular detoxification. So very, very important to be eating those fruits full of different colors. Very, very, and also vegetables, especially those good ones, like as you can see there, those peppers, Brussels sprout, very, very important, helping to detox the system at cellular levels. Broccoli is also very, very important, as you will soon find out. All these different types of vegetables, they are very, very important, helping in terms of detoxification. They are known to contain a lot of antioxidants. Very, very important. You can see onions there. Onions, especially red onions, is known to contain a lot of what you call soluble fiber, which also helps in terms of cellular detoxification. It's a form of prebiotic, as I will be talking about later, working with those good bacteria to increase the population of good bacteria in your digestive system, which at the end of the day will help you in the process of detoxification. The same thing as garlic, they are also very, very important, contains a lot of antioxidants. And when I'm talking about garlic, I'm not talking about those ones from China. I'm talking about those ones organically grown, very, very important. So they're very, very important in terms of helping the body to detoxify. So This is very, very important topic or this area of the detoxification. First of all, when somebody comes to see me, they say they want to detox. I always counsel them to make sure they're actually ready, because if they are not psychologically prepared, it will not work for them. Very, very important. You want to know, why do they want to detox, and explain to them, like I did last week, the reason, all those things they're exposed to, and also tell them what they expected to happen when they start this detoxification program. Very, very important. Because if you don't tell them, once they start following the program, which I'm going to be talking about, you find that some of them, they may experience a condition called healing crisis. Healing crisis, the name is this name given. So Alzheimer reactions is also known as healing crisis. This is where it's a condition when some people are going through a detoxification program where it gets worse to get better. Because if they start taking the aloe, for example, and they start coming up with rashes, they're going to stop. This is why it's important when we are recommending our products to our customers, we need to follow up. Don't just recommend products just to get your case credit. Always follow up, because human beings sometimes, when they take and start experiencing healing crisis, they stop. They say your products are no good. It's going making them looking horrible. They can't face the world because it's giving them rashes. So it is your job to explain to them that it's good. Whenever they tell me that they experience a healing crisis, I always tell them, I said, fantastic. I said, great, that is working, it's coming out. Because if you have toxin internally, it's going to come out. And one of the ways of it coming out, apart from your kidneys, through the urinary system, it's also come out through the skin, because skin is one of the largest organs, so it's going to come out. So just be patient, drink more water. It's very, very important it doesn't happen to everyone, but it's always good to warn them in advance that it could happen. So if it happens, because you've already counseled them, you've already told them, so they will not stop taking whatever you're recommending to them for detoxification. In this case, our C9 program. Very, very important. As you can see there, more than 50% of people experience mild reaction when we're talking about healing crisis. And sometimes they also have, apart from having a lot of apart from the skin reacting, it coming out in breakouts, also some people, they may start to experience mild and like headache. And it is normal, because maybe they are used to drinking coffee coffee all the time. Some people, as soon as they wake up, it's going to be coffee all throughout the day, coffee. So sometimes when they start this detoxification program, they may start to experience headache, because their system is full of toxin, and the toxins that they're trying to get out. And I always tell them, when that happens, just drink water. Your body needs water to allow the headache to disappear. So as you can see, about 18% experience other issues like changes in the digestive system. Sometimes they because of the toxin when they're going through detoxification process, you find that it's not just mild. Now, initially, like I heard this morning, the one that is going on in Nigeria, some people, they were giving testimonies that when they first started that experience with detoxification, the first 2 days, they are going to the toilet a lot. And some of them, they want to stop. Then they need to be explained, to be told that, don't worry, your kidney is working, is getting rid of the toxin from the system. Some people, they also find that because they are so toxic, they have what you call explosion. Like I remember a guy a few years ago came to me and he said, Madam, I really need something is going wrong. I've got headache. I've got a lot of things in my system. I haven't been to the toilet for the past 10 days. And as he was sitting next to me, it was passing wind from both sides. I could tell, I said, this guy's in trouble. So the first thing I actually asked him to do, I said, okay, you're a busy guy working in the central Nairobi. And what you can do, don't start this detoxification program until Friday. Saturday you start, and so he listened to me. Obviously, I followed him up on that Saturday morning. Then he told me, Madam, he said that I'm already experiencing that process. I've seen a lot of explosion, and he said he had to tell his girlfriend to keep away that weekend because it was quite serious. Because this guy, who's never visited toilet for 10 days, was going through a heavy detoxification. So it's always very, very important to talk to them at the initial stage so they don't stop. So, people like who are on chemo, some of them, some people as a conventional treatment for cancer, they're on chemo, and you know that many of these people are on chemo because also chemo is known to, it's a form of toxin. So some of them, when they're on this on chemo, they find it very hard when it comes to detoxification. And these are the people that actually need to go through that detoxification process. And you find that because they're so toxic, they are unable to absorb proper nutrients, which they really need for cellular repair. So as you can see there, we've already spoken about people on caffeinated drinks, and they're more likely to have mild headaches or actually mood swings in between because the toxins are coming out. So this is a picture just showing that healing crisis, which is, as you can see there. This is, thank you, one of the FBOs actually sent this to me because one of his customer, I don't want to mention the name of the guy for protection. So he sent me this picture, and he said one of his customers' face came out like this, and she wanted to stop. So he actually called me to talk to the lady to advise her so she wouldn't give up. So she came up in what you could, she came up, all these rashes, said she couldn't face the world because her products, they are not good, they're ruining her skin. She was going to sue the company. She was saying all sorts of things. I had to call her and to calm down, explaining, some of these people, it's not because they're rejecting whatever you're recommending to them, it's because they need better explanation. That's all they need. So I called her and explained to her what was happening, to be patient. And she went through the whole 9 days program. She did. And at the end of the day, she was actually thanking me for that advice. And okay, what are the benefits after this detoxification process? You find that those people have been having issues with the bowel movement, maybe they've been having diarrhea or constipation. Now, after detoxification, they're able now to be regular, going to the toilet regularly. Now, all those energy, they're able to regain the energy back. They feel really vibrant. They're looking good. They have better quality sleep. The skin is looking so good. And all those issues of acne, they've disappeared because of the detoxification process helping them. All those people with allergic reaction, you find it's no longer there. They're no longer breaking out in sweat and a lot of other issues. You find that through this process, the blood circulation is also improved. And, in a way, when people are going through detoxification, they're basically stealing the job of the fat reserves in the body, which normally protect the chemical toxins at cellular level. So in a way, I always say they are liberating the toxins, very, very important. It's a good word to use, liberating, getting rid, and in order to get that feel good factor at the end of the day. And with the detoxification internally at cellular levels, also you find that the process helps to repair that genetic material called the DNA. And in a way, there's also a form of internally, they feel spiritually better because they are now, everything is working well. Then at cellular levels, they are no longer toxic. They are now emotionally balanced. And you find that those who've been exposed to radioactive rays, they are feeling better. The toxins have been removed at cellular levels. Nowadays, you find a lot of people, they've been exposed to electromagnetic waves. You find, especially with all these gadgets which are now surrounding us, all those electronics, it's another form of toxin. You find that after detoxification, they are no longer exposed to that. They just feel good. And this is another thing that's been going on in the nutritional world. through the process of detoxification, you find it's just a natural way of the body doing its cleansing. You know, sometimes in the body has got a way when something is going wrong, like at cellular levels, you get the cells are damaged. So when the body has got a way of detecting whatever is damaged and is able to have a natural way of getting rid of it. It could also be through that period of detoxification, so that your immune system starts to work properly. And during this process of autophagy, you find that the body is no longer devoting about 65% of the energy in actually metabolizing food. It can now it gives it time, that window space, to focus on getting rid of those anything that can cause chronic ailments, like we're talking about cancer cells. They're gotten rid of. Candida, that's a fungal infection, they are gotten rid of. Bacterial infection, they're no longer there. All these different infective agents like viruses, they're no longer there, and fungal infection. So this is the process, natural process we call autophagy, which is the natural way the body gets rid of anything that should not be there. Very, very important. So now here we're going to be focusing on what you're waiting for. In Forever, we have what you call C9. C9 is a special program by Forever Living Products for detoxification. Let me tell you, our products, this C9 is very, very unique. As some of you have already known that Forever Living Products, they are always in the front line of research. The other companies, they jump on the bandwagon copying, I call them the copycats. So Forever Living Products, the products, they are scientifically researched. So with C9, this is the most scientifically advanced nutritional balance food to help to detox or cleanse. Is a cleansing program on the best on the market today. Very, very important. And it's only good, as the name says, C9, it is only for 9 days, just 9 days. So this is very important for psychology to be prepared and be disciplined to follow this program, because it does work. But it needs, and like anything in life, you need to be disciplined. You really need to want to follow this program to see it through, so that you can start to see all the benefits at the end of the 9 days. Very, very important. So the program makes sure you're able to get what you call optimal cellular nutrition, because you find that the way the food is being, the content is being sort of, as you can see there, is being micronized food formula. And to make sure your body is able to have maximum absorption. Very, very important. As you can see, it's got all these benefits. This is our C9 program. It makes sure that it ensures optimal nutrient uptake in your system at cellular levels. Don't forget, as many people they eat, they don't absorb. So through this program, your body is able to absorb a lot of essential nutrients. This is why people at the end of C9, they start to look younger, sleep properly, a complete transformation once you're able to go through this 9 days program. It's very, very important, as I said, to boost natural energy, and it's very, very important to promote metabolic elimination. Very, very important. And improves, as I said, improves the digestive system. So all those things that have been clogged up over the years, of very, very, for many months, you find that it's able to work on the digestive system. You become a regular person. As already mentioned, it helps to regulate the hormones. As a result of that, those who are expecting to get to in terms of fertility, it increases fertility rate. I remember quite a few number of people I used to see in the past. They were coming to see me, and they said they've been unable to conceive once I put them on the C9 program, because again, some of them you find they're too fat. Because I said, if you're too fat, if your BM is too high, baby will not come. So it's very, very, so what I do in my program, I talk to them about going on this program, C9 first. And fortunately, some of them, in the process of this, after completing the C9, they conceive. So this goes to prove that getting rid of toxins can help to balance the hormones and leading to increase in fertility. Very, very important. So it helps to maintain acid-base balance. So your body is not acidic anymore. Very, very important. As I said in my previous training before, if your system is too acidic, it can make it become prone to cancer, because cancer cells, they live and thrive in acidic condition. It helps to balance the bloodstream, as I already mentioned. So the C9 is a way, is a method to kickstart the weight loss. It's the first, when we're talking about people who want to lose weight or liberate those fat, this is the initial stage to detox first. So in the process of the detoxification with our C9 program, what happens that some people, they're able to shed off between 5 to 10 kg. So it's not okay. Why is that? It's because they're liberating those toxins in the system. Very, very important. So it helps people to break up all those addictive behaviors. And as I said, it helps you, very good for the skin. Your eyes will start glowing properly. You find that you have mental clarity. Very, very important. You just feel lighter. You feel good. How can I describe it? It's very difficult for me until you try it. This feeling good factor is very, very important, because you get increase in endorphins. And you feel, people just be complimenting you. What have you been doing? It's because of the beneficial effect of C9 program. So you start now, it changes, it's a good transformation, because you start to develop new relations with food. You find your body is not able to take all those sinful food. I call those fast food and all that, I call them sinful food. Your body is not able to tolerate them anymore. You find your taste has changed in order to not to accumulate any more toxins to your system. It helps to deal with craving. You don't have any of those cravings for all those full of sugar-loaded food. Very, very important. That's the effect of our C9 program, as you can see. So this is the box. This is the nutritional box of C9 from Forever Living Products. I know some of you on the program, you've already bought your box. In Nigeria, Nigeria has declared war on this detoxification process for 9 days. Many people are on it. I know I've got a 90 of mine. She's age 75. She's actually on the program, and she was calling me this morning. She is as second day, she was telling me that, oh, she's already feeling better. Isn't it amazing? Although initially she was complaining that, oh, I'm hungry. So I had to talk to her, take more water, read the book, because inside this box, there's a book there, which is very simple, very easy to follow, about what to do and how to follow the program properly. So as you can see there, poor detox equals poor inflammation. Oh, I have to put this program, this poster here. I love this lady. Just a good exhibit for our C9 program. So, and this is another one. So people are so happy. This is a lady from my team in Nigeria, Winifred. You can see her there, a mother of 5, looking nice and looking vibrant. They're on fire with these amazing changes, transformation that the C9 program is doing for them in Nigeria. So, as you can see, this amazing box of C9, what does it do? It helps it's very good, as I already mentioned, it's a good cleansing plan. It helps in terms of transformation, transforming your diet and fitness habits. Very, very important. It helps to deliver results in just 9 days. Only 9 days. Can you imagine? Only 9 days you need. And you saw all the products there. They are nutritionally balanced to help your body to function optimally. So this is very, very important. Before you start the program, apart from actually being ready for the program psychologically, you need to prepare your mind, your spirit. This is very, very important. We human beings, we are full of various habits. So this is part of the preparation to make sure you're able to do this program successfully. You have to prepare your mind and spirit, and to ask yourself, is a detox right for me? Talk to yourself. And another way is to encourage you so you can now do the program successfully. You can do it with a buddy. Have somebody else you do it together. It makes it fun. All right, because you need a support, you need somebody to support you in that process. You can have another person, it could be your husband, your boyfriend, to join you in this detoxification program. So it is, you can see, is the key to your success. Very, very important. And in terms of support, you can have a face group, which you can do it together for full support. And it can be a group of detoxifiers. Very, very important for this when you're going through this detoxification program with C9. And when you have a group like that, you're able now to share a lot of things, your challenges you're going through. You're able to, this can provide accountability and emotional support every day when you're working with a group of people of similar mindset. And again, if you happen to be involved with social events or travel, I suggest what I will do if you're the type your jobs involve traveling a lot. I suggest that you start that day, the date of this program, when you know you can be at home for 9 days. And when you're going to start the program, I said the first 2 days is really, really critical. That is why I always say start at the weekend. If you're free, if you're not at work at the weekend, start at the weekend, because sometimes, as I said, due to effect of detoxification, you may need to be going to empty your bowel regularly. So it is very, very important that you stay at home and make sure you're not involved in any form of heavy duties. So, and again, to make it, because we know with the program, you find on day 3, you're going to need to start making different types of food. So you need to prepare in advance. Very, very important. Preparation is actually critical. If you never cook, you will find that the program to be of more work than you are used to. Very, very important. Some people, they're not used to cooking. So because on the 3rd day, you're going to need food that's going to be like 600 calories. So you need to prepare beforehand, which is the type of food that's going to give that 600 calorie meal. So in order to prepare, you have to buy some things in the house, maybe fruits and vegetables and other types of food that you don't normally have in your household. So you will, because in the recipe, the book enclosed in this package, you're going to need to follow the recipe and prepare your own food. Very, very important. Preparation is good. It's important for this program. So how does it work? It's a build foundation for looking and feeling better in just 9 days. How does it work? So it's able, it's able to help you to get better control of the drink and the food you put in your body for 9 days. It allows you to jumpstart your body to a slimmer, healthier you. Very, very important. And as I said, it's a good transformation. And it's also very good because, again, you find the energy is transferred from breaking down food to get rid of those backlog of stored toxin and water. And this will eventually result in you feeling lighter and less bloated. And you find that you don't have those issues of feeling bloated anymore. Now you're ready to work on long-term goals. Now, as you can see there, you feel energized because you're not longer consuming those heavily loaded drinks full of sugar, the chemicals which is entering your body, alcohol, all the sinful food, canned drinks which is full of sugar, or you're not able to engage in the habit of smoking again. At the end of the day, this is going to prove that you can take better control of your appetite. Very, very important. You will develop. It's going to help you to develop a very sharp mind mentally, because again, you set goals for 9 days and you're on the way to achieving it. That's very, very important. Now you're ready to work on your long-term goals. Let me move on. So this is the C9 program. As you can see here, we've now unboxed. We've removed the things from the box, the supplements from the box. You can see there, you can see the 2 aloe vera gels. Yeah, that's the part of the component. And you can see what you call blister pack, which I'm going to explain on the next slide. This is the package here. Although it says 24, I don't know why I've got 17. The one I'm holding in front of me, the one I'm actually using, because I still take it even when I'm not going through detoxification program. I'm still using this Forever Light Ultra as a food replacement, just to make sure that I don't put on excessive weight. So the packet in front of me is 25 grams of protein per serving, which is very, very important. So forget about the one which says 17, but the current one is 24 grams. Forever is always in the forefront of doing research. So they brought out they found out that it's better to increase the protein content, the weight. That's why it's now 24 grams. So we have Forever Light Ultra there. Very, very important. Let me move on so you can see it's even better exposed here. Here inside the box, once you open the box, you see 2 containers of aloe vera gels. You see, this is a shaker provided for you for mixing the Forever Light Ultra. And you can use it also when you're taking your aloe vera gel. It's provided in the box. So inside the box, you can choose whether you want a chocolate flavored one or you want a vanilla. For me, I like the vanilla one. And here you have inside the blister pack, you have these ones there, which is Garcinia Forever Serum. As I'll be explaining, I'll be talking to you what they do. You have Forever Fiber here. That's a soluble fiber. Very, very important to make sure that you're able to eliminate when in terms of helping with your digestive system. And because you're going to start to shed off those toxins, you find that initially, you remember, initially you need to measure yourself because you're going to have reduction in those body parts here. So inside the box, you have this measurement here, very, very important, which you're going to help. Let me go on. Let me move on. I'll be able to explain more for the next slide. So that's the book here, the instruction to help you to follow the program on daily basis for 9 days. Very, very simple. So as you can see here, as I said before, you have 2 bottles of aloe vera gel. You have the 1 container of Forever Light Ultra with aminotin. You can have chocolate or vanilla flavor. The decision is yours. We have 18 tablets of Forever Serum. I'll be telling you what they do later. Garcinia Plus, you have 54 soft gels, and you have 9 packets of Forever Fiber, and you have a shaker, as already mentioned. You have a tape measure, then you have this information booklet. That's the component of a Forever C9 pack. And again, let me tell you, what did they do? When you're on this program, it gives that moment, you call it satiety. So satiety is where now your body is working properly, your hormones, it actually helps. It gives you satiety. It means basically you get satisfied. You have this sense of fullness. You are happy. You don't have those hunger pangs anymore because of the hormones that they are now working properly. You find that also you experience that because of the Garcinia, other ingredients, you have this issue with the fat is on fire to help you to get rid of those toxins. And very, very important. Let me move on. So that's the aloe there. As you can see, they're very, very important. Let me go on. That's the Forever Light Ultra. That's the chocolate one. That's the blister pack, as I mentioned before, containing the fiber, the Garcinia, and the Forever Serum. Is part of the component inside the box. So let me move on. First of all, this is the aloe vera gel. It's an amazing one. Without aloe, it doesn't work. With aloe, it's essential. It's essential essential as part of the C9. Very, very important. That's our Forever. That's the signature for Forever. That's the Forever aloe vera gel. Very, very important. As you can see, you cannot improve on a classic. You can't. It does work. As you can see now, the aloe vera is very, very important because it helps your body to detox. It's as you can see, contains all these essential ingredient, because all these essential vitamins, the amino acid, which is the body building for cellular repair. It contains minerals, 12 minerals. Basically, it contains over 200 compounds. That's the aloe. And it's been, as you can see, a lot of research has been done. As you can see, over 100 clinical studies and thousands of scientific studies been done on the beneficial effect of the aloe. So forever aloe is very, very important. It's a natural prebiotic, as you can see there. It's a natural healer. It helps from the inside out, helps you to boost your immune system. It's very good to, when we're talking about digestion, and also helps you now to maximize your body, to maximize absorption of essential nutrients. It's a good detoxifier. It's very good to maintain a healthy weight. It increases energy levels. It helps, as I said, it contains a lot of minerals, 12 minerals, all those vitamins, very, very critical, and also the amino acid, which is for new cellular rejuvenation. And you can see there, it is a good, fantastic, excellent detoxifier. And at the end of the day, by taking the aloe, it's very important to optimize your immune system. It's very, very important for, as already said, to support the digestive system. So when you see this aloe here, you find that this is now coming through from your gullet from the esophagus, now goes through all your digestive system, the liver, to detox the liver. Then it goes round, as you can see, it goes down the small intestine to the large intestine, basically helping to detox the whole system. Because when the body is heavily detoxed, full of toxins, you find all these crevices. This is pressed, we call it villi, inside your small intestine. This is where food is absorbed. You find all these, the villi in between. These are like finger-like projections. In between, if you find that in somebody who's toxic, there are lots of toxin embedded in between each villi. So the aloe goes in between to cleanse, to detox. Very, very important to detox, making sure every part of this villi is all the toxin present there removed and getting rid of from the system. Those are the beneficial effect of the aloe. It's just we call amazing aloe. So the next one in the package of this Forever Sina is the Garcinia Plus. So the Garcinia is also known as Garcinia cambogia. It's just a native from Southeast Asia. It's a citrus fruit. And what we use the rind of that fruit. Another name for Garcinia is known as tamarind. So it is used every day as weight management supplement. Very, very important. So in the program, as you'll be seeing later, it's always important to take it about 30 minutes before you start, before you take your Forever Light Ultra. Or if you can use it for a meal, before a meal, very, very important, and can be taken between meals before exercise as well. And as you can see, it's very, very important because I've heard some people breaking the capsules. There's a warning here, never remove the capsules. There's a reason why Forever, according to their scientific research, they've put it is encapsulated. So it's only released when it gets to the right area of the digestive system. And you can see another important notification here. It's not suitable for mothers, for breastfeeding mothers. I always said that don't use Garcinia if you're breastfeeding. Just wait until after breastfeeding, then you can start on the detoxification program. That's a very, very good, important information there. That's our Forever Garcinia, very, very important. And this, and you can see, because a part of the component is chromium. You find many people who are diabetic, they're deficient of chromium. Chromium is very, very important when we talk about digestive system. So the Garcinia is the part of the ingredients there is chromium, contains iron, calcium. It's well balanced, full of minerals. And again, as well, I'll be telling you more. As I'm proceeding. So basically, the Garcinia helps your body to turn carbohydrate into fat, helping to build muscle. After slimming muscle, they don't become flabby. But you can see how important it is, so that the muscle, your stomach becomes so, it becomes flat. It's no longer, I call it extra tired. Those extra tired, they disappear. So it's no longer flabby because of the beneficial effect of Garcinia. So basically, it helps to suppress the appetite. You don't feel hungry. If you take 2 Garcinia if you follow the program properly, you take 2 Garcinia 30 minutes before you take other things, you find that it actually works with the brain by suppressing the appetite. And it works with that area of of the brain that's demanding for food to give it that satiety I already mentioned, that sense of fullness. It helps to reduce that level of sugar in the blood and helps to reduce cholesterol. And very, very important, this is why people start looking glowing after the detox. It's very good for the skin. Your skin will thank you, very good for your hair, very good for your nails. And it gives, this is also why people in athletics event or in sport, they also use Garcinia because it gives that burst of energy, and it's not a banned product. It's very, very important. So it's a good one for people who want to also gain muscle. Let me move on. So those are the things. And nowadays we're talking about the chromium with the Garcinia. People are talking, if nutrition word, they're talking about medium chain triglyceride. This is very, very important for weight loss. Very, very important also for the brain cells, because the brain cells actually, they thrive on MCT oil. Very, very important. We call it the ketone bodies, which is also present, from coconut. It's present in our Garcinia Plus. It contains sunflower oil, as I'll be explaining later. So the inside this Garcinia, you can see, is very, very important. They explain this, what they do, so that will also stimulate you whenever you're taking something to encourage you that this program is going to work, because you are now understanding the reason why Forever has put Garcinia Plus in the package. So it helps to reduce the conversion of dietary carbohydrates into fat. Very, very important. It lowers the production of both cholesterol and fatty acid. As I already mentioned this, in terms of suppressing your appetite, therefore you don't feel like eating a lot. It's not a stimulant. Like many other products on the market, they are known, they stimulate, they're stimulants. So this one, the Forever one, is not a stimulant. Therefore, it will not affect your heart or your blood pressure. No detrimental effect on your blood pressure. Very, very important. So that's the benefit of the chromium present there. So it helps to normalize the metabolism. And therefore, in the process, it increases energy production and helps you to reduce body fat. This is why people are seeing changes in their body. That's why they're looking firm. The fat, they're disappearing. You are actually liberating that fat because of the presence of chromium in Garcinia Plus. And again, for people who are diabetic, it helps to, even those who are not diabetic, it helps to balance the sugar. It's very, very important to regulate insulin. Very, very important. And as I said, with the one from the medium chain triglyceride, as I said, it's made from coconut. So everything is natural with Forever. There's nothing processed there. It's all natural, scientifically researched. So it's made from coconut and palm oil. And it's not, we can see it doesn't enter the bloodstream, but it breaks down into medium chain fatty acid in your digestive system. So in a way, apart from working with Forever Serum, this also, the one in Garcinia, helps to increase thermogenesis. That's the rate at which your body burns fat. Very, very important. So it helps to burn the fat for quick release of energy. So because of time, these are all the increased benefits of this MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride. Very, very important. As I said, because it contains those ketone bodies, it's very good for your brain to function properly. It gets rid of lactic acid. Those things built up when you are running. It helps to actually get rid of those lactic acid and helps you to use that fat for energy. Very, very important. Let me move on. The sunflower oil also quickly it contains what you call monounsaturated acid. So it means it's very, very important for your cardiovascular health. It helps to it contributes towards healthy skin. As I said, your hair, your nails, your body will thanking you for it. So in addition to the Forever Garcinia, here inside the pack, although we don't have this package, we have 9 small packets inside the Forever C9 program. It's known as Forever Fiber. So this is the real packet here, but here you find this Forever Fiber provides the system with 5 grams of soluble fiber. Very, very important for those good bacteria, to increase the population of those good bacteria in your system, which is they're important for your digestive system, also important for your cognitive function. So it makes you feel, it gives you that, what you call increased satiety, gives that sort of full feel. It makes you feel full, and in the process, it's actually helping to accelerate weight loss. It helps to promote cardiovascular health. You can see they promote healthy digestion and regularity. Very important to support your immune system. So this is another, apart from the Forever Fiber. In addition to that, in the package for the C9 program, you have Forever Serum. The Forever Serum, as I said, is good for thermogenesis, the rate at which your food is actually metabolized, increases that is burned, it increases the energy. That we call it thermogenesis. Very good for burning the fat. Very, very important. Why is it able to do that? Because it contains green tea, which is full of antioxidants. Most of you have heard about green tea, the beneficial effect of green tea. This is part of the component in this Forever Serum. You can see it contains green. This is not like the ordinary coffee you are taking. This is different. It's not caffeinated. So this green coffee beans, also very good, contain a lot of antioxidants. It contains, as you can see, guarana. This is also part of why you are able to have energy. This is for it's boosting energy, guarana, the seed. And you can see all those essential vitamins. You can see all the vitamins contained within Forever Serum. Very, very important for your general wellness. You have all the B vitamins. You have all the B vitamins are present, including the vitamin C. So it's a well-balanced food supplement. This is the Forever Serum. At the end of the day, it's very good also to make sure that you don't have those flabby stomach area or the skin, and it will help you to get the figure of your dreams and achieve your goals in weight reduction. Very, very important. This is the Forever Serum, which is part of is within the blister pack. Very, very important. So another one, we should be thanking Forever for this. They've done a lot of research in terms of helping the body to detox. So this is another information. At the end of the day, the Forever Serum helps to release fat storage, and it transports those fat to the muscle for energy. It releases the fat for energy because it helps to burn the fat inside the mitochondria in the muscle. I've mentioned about mitochondria before. Those are the one they at cellular level inside the cells. They are the energy package inside the cell. Very, very important for release of energy. Very, very important. So this one, the Forever Serum helps to work with those a lot of mitochondria at cellular levels to increase energy. Very, very important. And it's just basically, as I said, it's a unique formulation together. And the vitamin C there helps to protect your body from getting oxidative stress. When the body experiences oxidative stress, it becomes prone to cancer or other those are chronic diseases. So the presence of vitamin C there as an antioxidant helps to reduce the oxidative stress. Very, very important. So another package within the Forever C9 program is the Forever Light Ultra, which I say you can have either you can have it in vanilla, or you can choose to have a chocolate flavor. So why did we put that one there? As you can see, I've got the package here in front of me. It contains 24 grams of protein. Very, very important. You need protein for cellular repair, to make you all the time. So the protein we have in Forever is non-genetically modified soya, non-GMO, underline, capital letter. Forever, we don't have any genetic modification or modified food in our products. So very, very important. So it's a complete protein for 25 grams, which you need per serving. Very, very important. So you are not nutritionally deficient. And with the protein, again, when we're talking about, apart from detoxification, it also helps to boost the immune system. So because this protein, they also have to increase those antibodies, the T cells, the B cells, all those antibodies to optimize your immune system. So they are made of a protein. So when we're talking about boosting the immune system, this is a part of the ingredients contains in our Forever Light Ultra. So it's a low calorie type of drink, and as you can see, low saturated fat. It helps low cholesterol and contains a lot of fiber for your digestive system. In addition to that, it contains 18 vitamins and minerals, and most important of all, it contains aminotin. Aminotin is a special type of enzyme to help your body to absorb proper nutrients for digestion. Very, very important. And this is why it's also good for elderly people or people who are immunocompromised or people who are trying to recover. Apart from detoxification, this is just a bit of diversion. You can also use this one for people who are trying to recuperate after an illness. So it's all because of a lot of ingredients within it. You can see all those things it contains. You can see they contain selenium, which is anti-cancer, zinc for cellular repair, chromium. What did you want? It contains all the B vitamins, very, very important for your help you to help your body to start looking younger, for cellular repair. And you can see there the reason why they've put that, you can see here it contains soya. We do not have whey in our products, in our Forever C9. Forever did the research. They found that some people, when they were using whey in the olden days, they were lactose intolerant. So they don't want anything to do with dairy products. This is why now they changed it to soya, because soya is very, very important. And and again, when you talk about plant-based nutrition, which is what is nutritionally dense, and this is what we are promoting nowadays, plant-based nutrition. So it's very good for the environment, unlike something from cows. So let me move on. You find that the soya is very, very high quality protein, as I'm saying, because of time. Moving on, you can know the component of all those, the percentages of different nutrients inside it. And it contains all those essential amino acids for cellular repair, for general wellness. And high amount of amino acid like arginine, very, very important. You all know about arginine, working with nitric oxide in the system, and the glutamine, which is also very important for liver detoxification. And again, the protein there is not to contribute for the maintenance of muscle mass. You see, this is also because, again, you find some people, this is just a bit of diversion, due to aging process, you find that they start to experience what you call, they start to experience muscle wastage. The muscles start to be, it's not firm as before. With this component of soya, it's very good to increase muscle growth. Also, people who are trying to, they want to increase their muscle. This is the part. This is the reason. The component of soy protein. That's what it plays in terms of helping to increase muscle mass, apart from exercising as well, which helps a lot. So, this one is in the wrong place. Initially, this is what you should have mentioned. You find that. It's very, very important. These are the program. Remember, I said you have to weigh yourself to make sure before you start, you have to weigh. There's a program, there's a book, there's a part of this booklet where it guides you about taking your measurement before, because later you find that you're going to lose, you're going to be reducing certain parts of the body. That's what they always ask you at the initial part of this program, to measure yourself apart from weighing yourself. And it's also very, very important to be drinking plenty of water. We advocate about 2 liters of water, but on this program, we actually advise about 3 liters of water on a daily basis. And you should make sure that you avoid salt, because salt in your food causes water retention. You don't need it. Okay. Instead, you can use spices instead of salt in your food. Avoid sodas. Avoid all those carbonated beverages, because they are not to promote bloating. You don't need them. They contain unwanted calories. This part of what I call the sinful food. They contain a lot of sugar. And you know, sugar actually is an oxidant. So you don't need it. You don't need it when you're detoxing. You're sweet enough. So those are that's the for measuring. So now, as you can see, that day 1, day 2 is so easy to follow. You say in the morning, they've been doing this in Nigeria. As I told you, those guys are really good. They are on the mission to make sure that most people that they're looking good, through this program of Forever C9 for detoxification. So the first day is very, very, very challenging. If you are not strong enough, you will not be able to complete it. Like my auntie was saying that she's hungry, she's this. No, what can she do? She was complaining, okay, until I advised her to be taking a lot of water. So she was experiencing headache as well. So very, very important. The first 2 days, very, very critical. As you see, the first thing in the morning, you have a breakfast, you can see so easy. Everything is inside the booklet. So you just take 2 Garcinia in the morning with plenty of water and then you can see the exercise. For me, when I'm doing this program, I don't follow this exercise as at the time it's stated. No, that's just me, what works for me. So I do, as long as I do my 30 minutes of vigorous, not actually vigorous, no, that's a lie. I walk, I jump for 30 minutes. Okay, I do that. Then after that, I take my aloe. So the aloe, it says 4 ounces there. This is about 120 mils of aloe vera. You don't dilute it with water, just take it as nature provides from the container. Then after that, you can take our Forever Sun, which I've already explained. And you can see also, if you want, you can just look at that program there, because when you exercise, it helps you to increase the rate at which the toxic comes out of the system. So for your snack, as you can see here, that's when you take that 1 packet of Forever Fiber, small packet there, in 140 mils of water. You just stir it, it gives you that fullness, as already mentioned. So I'm not going to be talking much because I've already mentioned that what they do, each of the products within the program. The Garcinia, you take 2 again. You can see that's for your lunch. This is the second time you're going to take the Garcinia. Very, very important that you follow the program properly in order to achieve that optimum result you're looking for. So everything is all well stated there. Just follow the program. For your dinner, you take 2 Garcinia, that's the third time. All these things, very easy. Just follow the program. In the evening, you just make sure you take your aloe. Very, very important. For me, apart from taking the aloe, I also take water. So because the water makes you get full. Very, very important. So for the guys, they can now take extra. They can take, instead of taking this one once, okay, they can take another scoop of the Forever Light Ultra. For me, when you mix it, because I like, for me to mix, to be able to complete something, I have to make sure I'm happy with it. Okay, apart from being disciplined. So what I do, I tell you the secret, what I do, I don't take milk. I say milk, dairy product is good for the cow, it's good for the cows. So if you don't, they recommend skimmed milk because it's a 0 fat. Okay, if you like milk, that's up to you. So some people, they use water. For me, I find water is boring. I have to take some which makes it nice and tasteful, and I'm looking forward to it. So what I tend to do, I use that container for mixing, the one in the box, 300 mils of water. I put one sachet of Forever RG Plus. Remember, it's got all those benefits there. Then I mix it I mix it with one sachet of our Forever Super Greens. Then I put 1 scoop of Forever Light Ultra. I'm still within that calorie limit. So that's how I enjoy. Then I mix it properly. And if I want, I can use my blender. I have a hand blender, which actually helps me. It's better than the shaker. It's a hand blender. I put it there and it gives a nice smooth consistency, and I love it. Let me move on. So now the first 2 days, you find that you may be experiencing lightheadedness, but just make sure you take water. Water is the secret. Drink a lot of water. This is why it's important you stay at home during these first 2 days, not moving around too much. So once you're able to complete the 2 days, oh, it's an amazing feeling already. Complete the 2 days, now you're on your 3rd day. So the 3rd day, you still take your Garcinia, you still do that exercise, you follow, you take your aloe. Then the 2 days, the 3rd day is a bit different, the first 2 days, because you can see here, you're going to take your Forever Light Ultra twice. So you're going to take it here once in the morning as part of your breakfast, and you're going to follow by 1 serve. Very, very important. Then similar to the day 1 and day 2, you still take your forever fiber, your celery, very, very important for digestive movement. For your lunch, you still do the same. So you can see now for your lunch, you're also taking the Forever Light Ultra. This is second. On the first 2 days, you only take it once. This day 3 to day 9, you're going to be taking the second serving of the Forever Light Ultra, followed by, you can see here, you could take your Forever Serum, then you can do your exercise again. There's if you go to another website, there's a video on different types of exercise you can engage to help you to get the toxins out. Very, very important. That's your dinner now. Garcinia. Then this is now where you now take your 600 calorie meal. In the book, there are suggestions as the different types of meals you can prepare, constituting 600 calories. Very, very important to follow. So I will show you some examples later as we go on quickly. Now, also for the guys, he said that, okay, the guys, they can take additional, like 200 calories extra because they're bigger than us, okay? Then you can take water. Again, in the evening, water is the secret, as I told you, to get rid of those toxins. These are just samples of how different shapes you can make. As I said, for me, I mixed mine with Forever super greens. If you decide, you can use different fruits. You can see there, you can use blueberries. There's no hardly any calories in them. You can use raspberries. You can make vanilla with the vanilla light ultra. You can, together with strawberries, you can make those different types of shakes. So it's not boring. Let me tell you, start to look forward to it. Again, you're working with your brain, your mindset said that you really need to detox. You need to complete it. Already you're feeling good. Very, very important. These are the different type of shakes I was talking about before. That's the blueberry shake. This is strawberry one. This is the banana one. Again, for banana, you have to, because again, it's a bit calorific, but just not something overripe, okay? Very, very important. So forget about, so let's move on. So these are the food also. Again, you are guided here in the book. It's always good to follow the book. There's a reason why there's a book there. Follow the book, the content of the book religiously, in order for you to succeed this detoxification program. There's a list of free foods there. Maybe you can just if you're feeling, if your brain is not telling you that you really need to eat something, you can give that brain the fake. So you can be chewing on an apple, which is about 30 calories, or you can chew on a carrot. Just make it last. You're telling the brain when you're masticating, the brain is now saying that, oh, I'm happy. At least you get that satiety happening. Your brain is saying that, good, you are giving it food, but the food is not much calorie inside. So very, very important. Additional free food is that you can see all these things that I've already mentioned before. Very, very important. And now if you want to make your food, first of all, avoid those white rice. Use brown rice, because brown rice is very good. It's actually, it helps to release you don't burn quickly. Okay, I just want to make it, I don't want to use any scientific word here. So it helps to release the energy slowly, unlike the white rice, which is which releases quick energy. So brown rice is very good. I know I've tested different brown rice on the market. I'm not a promoter of any company, but what I found personally is what you call dawat. That one cooks nicely and it's tasty. And you don't need much, because the white rice is full of fiber. So that is highly recommended, just to change, to give your body variety of food. You can also have sweet potatoes, just everything in moderation. Remember, you're working within 600 calorie meal on the 3rd day to the 9th day. Very, very important. You need to balance your food. You need carbohydrate. You can have maize. You can have also to balance with a protein. You can have fish. The fish not fried, make sure it's not fried. You can have it grilled, you can have it boiled. And again, I normally do a stir fry in extra virgin olive oil, just tiny bit. Very, very important. So that's what you need. And that's the guidance, between 500 to 600 calorie meals from the 3rd day to the 9th day. And this is the one by forever. Now you can see it's looking so, even just reading it, chicken and rice. Can you imagine? When you're going to have your chicken, you can be grilled chicken, sliced thinly, No, and enjoy it. Before you even start to eat the food, make sure it's look inviting. Don't make your food boring, full of all different colored vegetables, carrot, broccoli, pepper. I like those bell peppers, different colors, red, green. I always have it in my house. So for stir fry, very, very important. And you can use garlic, ginger. Don't make it taste boring. When you see those food, they call it full of antioxidants, rainbow colored food. So it's very inviting before you actually start to eat it. You can see here, turkey burgers. No, it's not like ordinary burger loaded with fat. This is all, just read a book. It's very, very important. Let's move on. And again, we are blessed in Africa with all these type of beans. Look at that. Beans is full of fiber. It's highly recommended. And now some people, when you talk about beans, they say, oh, they don't want to eat beans because it gives them gas. It depends on how you cook beans. Like this one, you don't have to soak it overnight. It's black-eyed beans, or they call it cowpeas. But in West Africa, call it black-eyed beans. This is very nourishing, and it's full of all the goodness, full of fiber that you need for your digestive system. This type of beans, which we have many of them here, you soak them overnight. When you soak them overnight, the first day, this next day, you put it to boil, you remove the water. Second water, you put it to boil, you remove it. It's the third water that is going to be the final one you're going to cook with, so you don't feel bloated. That's how you cook beans. And when you cook your beans, put all those colorful ingredients as already mentioned, so it looks inviting. Put carrot, we're so blessed with the butternut, pumpkin. So those are the things you can use in your food. Very, very important. And this is an example here of this. Somebody sent me this example of three, and this one is not up to 600 calorie meals. It must be half the portion. But so it's full of just vegetables. And then when you're going to stir fry your vegetables, please don't cook it to death. We say stir fry quickly. So you are chewing. When you're chewing, your brain is thanking you for it. Very, very important. Now to balance, you can have melon. You can have sweet melon. Very, very important to balance it, to balance your diet, making sure you say 600 calorie meals. And again, you can break into two because we're all different. For me, I take 300 meals calorie twice a day. Okay, as long as I'm within that 600 calories, very, very important. And I drink a lot of water. This is an example somebody has told and sent to me. To me, I will not advocate this because you don't know where this crab is coming from. It may be from toxic, you don't know the origin, you don't know the source. Okay, so I would not recommend it. So instead, I can say take feed, they're organic. You can have chicken, not those ones full of hormones. I already mentioned, you have what you call kienyeji. In Kenya, you call it kienyeji chicken, organic chicken, which is free from hormones and free from antibiotics. So you can have it boiled or roasted, just a little piece as to complete part of that protein portion for 600 meals or 300 meals if you want to take it twice a day. I would not advocate this. This is white rice. It's going to give that quick energy. Brown rice is what I promote. You can have an egg in between, boiled egg, very, very important. You can have all that's cucumber there. I can see carrot and everything. So these are just suggestions. That's another one here. I'm not querying whether it's up to 600. To me, it looks like 300 calorie meal. You have tomatoes, you have cucumber, you have salad there, and you have, I think must be stuff. This is an omelette. This omelette, make sure if you're going to make omelette, it's going to be in olive oil. Very, very important, not in all those type of saturated oil, those dangerous ones, like all those ones go beginning with cake, because I don't mention company's name. They are dangerous, full of saturated oil, which is not recommended. This is another one. You can see, just an example quickly. You can see another one there. That's fish there to balance. You have a bit of potatoes there, which could be, I recommend sweet potatoes. Or it could be duma. Sorry for my pronunciation. It can also, if you want, because I like all those the roots, vegetables, sweet potatoes, what is it again? Duma. I've even forgotten the other name they call it as well. You can have them boiled or roast. It's recommended you have them boiled. And lots of vegetables. It doesn't have to be this type. It can be different types of vegetables, stir fry. Very, very important. So now let me you do that from day 3 to day 9. So after day 9, you've already accomplished your the process of detoxification on the program. You've accomplished that already. You're feeling good. You're able to sleep better. This is why I said you stay. You can thank yourself because you're feeling vibrant. You're feeling good. You can say that now you're a champion of completing that C9 program. Very, very important. I mentioned about the importance of exercise. So it can be medium impact exercise, not too much. It can be brisk walking, stretch training, swimming, aerobics, yoga. There are different types of exercise you can do, which will help your body to eliminate toxins. For me, I'm blessed with 2 dogs. I love animals. I have cats in my house. I have dogs. These dogs, they keep me in shape because they always like to be exercised. So they really help me. We go for a walk. We go for sometimes between 1 hour, 45 minutes to 1 hour walk in the evening. And I love it. You can see me sweating there. It's a way of getting rid of those toxins. Very, very important. Walking, I don't need to go to the gym. It helps me a lot. And I feel good after that. So walking, our exercise is very, very important. We talk about detoxification, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You don't have to go to the gym. As I said, you can be fast walking, swimming, skipping, and other forms of sport. Very, very important. I do it for about 30 to 40 minutes every day, at least 3 times a day. Although in the program, there's a guidance there, as already mentioned in the booklet. Very, very important. What does it do to you when you are now in the process of detoxification? When you do exercise, it helps your body to burn the calories, and you continue to do so for several hours after you stop exercising. It helps for your bone and your joints, for your muscle. It increases bone density, very, very important. It helps you to actually fight bad cholesterol in your system, the same way as the fiber and in the program. So it makes you feel great. As I said before, it actually helps to trigger that release of endorphins. Endorphins is what you call feel-good factors. Very, very important. And when you exercise regularly, according to the instruction in the booklet, you find that because you're sweating, your hair will shine because of those ingredients like Garcine already explained. Your skin will glow because now your body has been able to release those toxins through sweating to promote better circulation. And in some people, they feel good all over. It's a good transformation. They said it increases sex drive too. Why not? If that's your cup of tea, why not? It's good, part of life. So water is important. Water is essential. This is why in the program, don't just rely on 2 liters a day. Try to go for 3 liters. For the guys, they even need more. That's what we're advocating. Water is essential because between up to 70% of your body is water. Why not? If you don't drink, you start to have a headache, as I said before. So it's important to consume water. You can survive you can survive many days without water, even without food, but you can survive without food for many days. But water, you need it on a daily basis to rehydrate your system and to get rid of the toxins. So it's very, very important for digestion. It's very good it's good for essential metabolism for all the nutrients in your system. It helps to carry all the nutrients in the blood, helps your kidney to function optimally, and helps to remove all those waste products. So very, very important to drink water. And so we recommend 2.5 liters, if not 3 liters. Very, very important. Now, this is I'm getting closer to the end of the presentation here. You find that it's also very, very important to avoid any substance which may interfere with the process of detoxification. You should try to avoid wheat products like biscuits. Biscuit, you say, no, those are sinful food. Although some of the cereals, they are full of sugar. Pasta, especially white pastas, is not recommended. If you're going to have your meat, make sure it's lean. And the boiled egg, not a fried egg. And try to avoid all those dairy products like milk. As it is, milk is good for the cows, not for human, not for adult humans. Try to remove salt because, as I said, salt causes water retention. So when you're going through this process of detoxification, don't deal with the salt, use spices, and avoid all those bad fat. All those fat, they're hydrogenated. They're not good when you're going through detoxification program. Avoid artificial additives and sweeteners. food additives and preservatives, those things they should be avoided. No alcohol. You know, alcohol is an oxidant. You don't need it. Okay. And again, I would, if you're on medication, don't stop your medication, please. All right. Don't not stop your medication, still combine with your medication, because the program, the ingredients like the aloe, we have to remove the side effects of the medication and enable you, makes you feel better. Again, they call it xenoestrogen. Xenoestrogens are those unwanted artificial estrogen in the system. Those ones they use to pump those chicken to make them grow quickly. They are very toxic to the system. You try to avoid it. This is why you try to eat organically, avoid oral contraceptive pills. It doesn't mean if you're on that, no, I don't want anybody saying that because Josephine said they should avoid contraceptive pills, they stop taking their pills and they start getting unwanted pregnancy. I don't want that, but it's a form of toxin. I'm just trying to highlight. Try to avoid all those steroids, those hormones, those steroids. They're known to make people put on weight, and they are very toxic. All those ones, also if you're on immunosuppressive drugs, again, I will not advocate you stop your medication, please. And you try to avoid artificial fertilizers. Those are toxic. High protein diet. Charcoal, all those barbecue meat, which I mentioned last week, they contain a lot of toxins during the process of barbecue. They are toxic. So anything barbecue, avoid it. Anything other with sugar, no, that's a no. Not sugar. It's an oxidant. It's a no when you're on this detoxification. So these are the factors which can block detoxification. I'm about to finish here. I can see the number dropping. There's a word here. Apart from inflammation, if your body is inflamed, it can block your body the ability to detoxify. Here we have this one called homocysteine. Homocysteine is a protein which can also this accumulation of this type of protein, because when you get increase in homocysteine, no, it actually it can cause increase in blood pressure. Okay, homocysteine. You need to read, go back after my training, go back in the internet is full, is full of a lot of information. So go and read about homocysteine. Basically, it's a toxic substance, and what it does, it can increase in homocysteine, can cause increase in blood pressure. Homocysteine is associated with a lot of chronic diseases. There's a book by Patrick Holford, my trainer in the field of nutrition, my guru, is written a book about the side effect of homocysteine in the system. And this buildup of homocysteine, which can block detoxification, is due to deficiency in the B vitamins, like vitamin B12, B6, and B9, which is folic acid. So it's again, you can see here another thing which can block is your inability to methylate. So look at that word called methylation, which is a biochemical process for genetic function, and is due to inadequate intake of magnesium, zinc, potassium, all those basic minerals. That all this is because of nutritional deficiency. That's why we have issues. So these are the things we can block your body from detoxifying. So additional detoxification supplements. For me, on the third day of the C9 program, I start to take my supplement. The third day, day 3, that's when you start taking your 600-calorie meal. So I always say, take your antioxidant. For me, I take my Lycium Plus, I take my vitamin C, my absorbent C, I take my Forever Focus, which I've been able to get from another country because I read a lot. I need the focus is helping me. And you can take your garlic thyme, which is full of antioxidant, and my Forever Daily. I take my other supplement on the day 3. I take my I take my omega-3 fish. I need it. So on the day 3, that's when I start to take my supplement. Don't take it on the day 1, day 2. Don't. Otherwise, you're just wasting your money taking those supplements. On day 3 is when you can now take your supplements. So when you start taking supplements like Lycium Plus, it's also, and the absorbing C is very good for rebuilding this new skin, apart from ingredients already mentioned in the Forever C9 program. Let me go on quickly. So this is what I was telling you about initially, that I mix water. I take 300 mils of water. I put my Forever Super Green, that's 1 sachet, and I mix it with my RG Plus. If you know all the benefit of RG Plus, this is a good combination instead of looking for milk. Now, this is a full meal for me. Even when I'm not detoxing, I just use it as a meal replacement. It's very delicious. It gives me that energy all day long. I just love it. So this could be a good guidance for any of you on the platform. You see, the Forever Super Green contains over 20 different fruits and vegetables. And it's also very good to balance the pH, so your body is not too acidic. It's well in balance. It's good for natural energy, and it's very high in what you call antioxidant. Very, very important. Now, even to talk about RG Plus, which is good for cellular replacement, for cellular repair. That's part of eternal rejuvenation, to help you to look young after that process of the C9, complete the C9 program. Very important for increasing energy levels, very important to increase nutrients, as I said, and also it's very good for your blood circulation. So for me, it makes everything taste nice before I add that 1 scoop of Forever Light Ultra. It's just a good suggestion for anybody who's well. So this is, as I'm coming to the end of the presentation here, we have a very happy customer here who has completed the C9. He said, I've done the C9 program, and he said he's never felt so good before. He lost many inches, and he actually lost 6 kg, okay? But besides, he said he loves the way it feels from the inside. And he says, thank you. He said he's going to continue to spread the good news. Isn't it fantastic? I'm sure this is why I'm trying to compile a book of testimonials. I'm sure there are many people out there who have similar good testimonies on the C9. We need to ask our customers so we can put all this together to encourage other people so they can follow the C9 program. Very, very important. So it's here now. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm at the end of my presentation for today. In Kiswahili, we say asanteni sana. And for you in the rest of the other part of the world, thank you very much. And I love you dearly. So Emmanuel, can you take over, please?
Oh, thank you, Josephine. That was amazing. Maybe you take 1 or 2 questions from the group?
Yes.
1 or 2? 2.
Sure.
Back, somebody's asking, how many times should C9 be used?
Quarterly. So I take my 3 times quarterly. That's what we recommend. You don't take it too frequently. It's quarterly. That's what we recommend. Because again, as I said before, we are living in a toxic world. It's always important to do that quarterly. That's healthy enough. Okay. I hope that person is happy with it, with my response.
Yeah. There's no other question because the others have been answered previously. Okay. So I think we're good.
All right.
We'll be posting the training on YouTube tomorrow, so any other person who missed the training can always follow up there. So really thank everyone who was able to join in.
Sorry, I had to go. I was speaking too fast. There was a lot of information.
Yes. We really appreciate that. So thank you, guys. Thank you, Josephine, for the amazing training.
This somebody said, she said she's shocked that Garcinia is not recommended for breastfeeding mothers. It's not recommended because if you are breastfeeding, you are depriving your baby a lot of nutrients. That's why we don't recommend it for breastfeeding mothers. I always tell them, finish breastfeeding first before you go on detoxification. So very, very important information there. Obviously, there's somebody there helping with brucellosis. Of course, brucellosis is another form of infection from cows. So that will also help because that's a toxic substance. It's just going to help you in getting rid of that brucellosis, that infection. All right, and will my patient lose kg if he's doing? Okay, this is also very important. Do you mind me answering this, Emmanuel?
Yeah, proceed.
Quickly. He said, will my patient lose kgs if he is not doing exercise? Okay, these are some people. Okay, I know I've experienced this before. Somebody was asking this similar question before because he's confined to a wheelchair. So they are not able to do with the recommended exercise we're asking. Well, they will still be able to lose the toxins. But when we're talking about, you remember, this is detoxification, is not weight loss per se. All right. When the people are losing weight between 6 kg to 10 kg a month, or within the 9 days, is because they are liberating all the garbage they've been keeping in for so many years or for so many months per se. So in a way, if if because of they are being confined to a wheelchair, they will still be able to experience that detoxification process, but they may not be. They will still be able to shift the toxins per se, but they may not experience that effect. Maybe they're looking and they want to lose about 10 kg. No. I don't want any disappointment. I always say the truth. Yeah. So it's better to tell them that they may not, it's not a weight loss, but they will feel it's a detoxification program. So they will still be able to detoxify the system. So, all right. So this person with the brucellosis, this is not for this. I'm only talking about detoxification today. But if since you're asking about brucellosis, this is on the third day, you can add garlic thyme, very, very important. And again, try and use blend as well, because when your immune system is working optimally, you will not be exposed to brucellosis. I can promise you that. And the aloe is a must, because it's also antibacterial. Don't forget, brucellosis is a bacterial infection. So it's very, very important. You always, anything you do, always take the aloe, because with the aloe, no, forget it. Aloe helps. If you don't use aloe, you're taking the supplement, you're wasting your money, because aloe is going to help to detoxify the system to give you a better absorption, as already mentioned. So aloe is a basic. There's no debate about it. Our aloe vera gel is a must. Okay, so that's anything else. I can see there's no more. All right. I used it. I used and added weight back. Please help me. Why? Obviously, you can add weight back if you go back to your old system. So it's not panacea that okay, you do that, then you go back to your old self and start eating all those toxic food, sinful food again. Obviously, you're gonna get it back. You're gonna put on the weight back. And don't forget, it's not a weight loss, as many people are promoting it. They are mis-selling it. C9 is a detox program. If you really want to lose weight, once you kickstart with the C9 program, you follow with F15. That's a weight loss program. So we should be very careful. The way we promote C9, it is for detoxification. To kickstart this is the first step before you start going on the weight loss program, which is our Forever F15. Please, I hope I'm understood properly. Thank you very much. I can't see any other question, any more questions here. So I can see that. So, all right, afraid I can see, I'm just going back to make sure everybody is happy. All right. Okay. All right. I've already mentioned about those people not able to confine a wheelchair. All right. All right. I'm happy. Emmanuel, shall we call it a day now? I hope I've been understood very well. I know I've gone over the time. So I just hope those who are still on the platform, they're able to appreciate and be able to follow the C9 properly. And in Kenya, in order to move our business, we need to copy Nigeria. Those who are doing, why not copy them? And go do a proper campaign on the C9. I'm sure we'll be able to help people to have better health in this nation, especially with the introduction of genetic modification. We need to be promoting this heavily so we don't have people becoming candidate for all those chronic diseases that this thing may eventually manifest. I'm afraid, because I've already spoken about that last week. So it is very, very important we promote this on a massive scale in this nation. Thank you very much, everybody. You've been a fantastic audience, and good night, everybody. from any part of the world where you are now listening, you've been listening to me. Good night. Love you
Good
all.
night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Right.
Bye.